Hi, everybody. Okay, I want to talk to you about when you're using. If you feel that when you're in active addiction, that you are powerless. I have been seeing a lot of people, making videos and saying, we shouldn't tell ourselves we're powerless. Um, and here's what it is when you say you're powerless. When you are out there, you pick up a drug, you're in active addiction. You are powerless. When I was out there putting a needle in my arm, or I was taking a hit of crack, or whatever, I was powerless. I could not stop. I could not make a decision for myself to stop. That power I had given away slowly over time, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and I lost the power of control, and I was powerless. Now that I haven't had a needle in my arm for almost 8 years, I am not powerless. But once I put my drug of choice into my body, I become powerless. And for me to think that I can control it, that I'm not powerless, that is danger, danger, danger. Because you know what that says to me? Oh, you can do it again. You can do it one more time. You can control it. That is the biggest lie that we tell ourselves as addicts. The number one lie that we tell ourselves is one more time. I have done it over and over and over again. And once I put that into my body, I become powerless to control it. It is a monster. And once you wake it up, it's in control. One time. There is no one time, because when you wake that sleeping bear, you're done. That's all there is to it. And you can try to sound all sweet and, oh, you don't have to say you're powerless. You're not powerless. You have power. You're in control. It's all good. It's bullshit. It may be all good right now because you're not using. But you go back out and you put that in your system, and then you come tell me that you're not powerless. When you're out there within a week selling your ass for drugs. When you're out there selling all your possessions that you took years to build back. You take it to the pawn shop and you start all over. You're right back where you were. Now, you put that drug into your system and you're back where you were in a week, and that's not powerless? What is powerless if that isn't it? You're selling all your possessions. You're selling once those are gone, you're selling your ass. And let me tell you, when I went to treatment for the first time, and I went home after 6 months, and I relapsed after 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. It might not have even been 2 weeks, but I think it was 2 weeks. I said I was going to do 1 bag that day. By the end of that day, I had 6. I hadn't used drugs in 6 months, and I was high as fuck. And I said 1 bag. And that was the start of it. And I ended up selling everything I owned. In 5 months, I sold everything I owned, including me. I OD'd 3 times because I was going to use 1 bag. Oh, it was nice out. It was the strawberry festival, and it was so fun. Everybody was just, and I thought, whoo. So I go down to the end of my street, and there's my one of them, one of my drug dealers. And I just like, you know what? Got a bag? I'll just do one bag. I mean, it's nice. It's a strawberry festival. Just add a little excitement, I don't know. I mean, using heroin brought so much good to my life before. So who's to say? I mean, really? It brought me nothing but hell before. It got me into withdrawal. And I wanted to die. And I was in rehab, and then I was in the halfway house. But yet, I think that if I use a bag of heroin, it would just make everything all good. That is powerless. That is powerless. And I didn't have respect enough for my addiction. And I used. And then the next 5 months I died 3 times. And my house was empty because I sold everything. And I'm breaking into cars. And yeah, and this is in 5 months, because then I went back to recovery and realized, you know what? You got a problem, girl. If you touch that stuff again, we know where it goes. But you got people on there on YouTube and different recovery places talking about how you shouldn't tell yourself you're powerless. I mean, why would you say that? You got to think positive. Happy, positive thoughts. Happy, positive thoughts never got anybody sober. It's remembering where you were. It's remembering where you were at and where it took you. And that since you're powerless, you put that in your body, you're done. That's what helps keep you clean. Leonard on her Opiate Fix channel, he says it all the time. You got to remember where that took you. Remember where that took you, you won't use again. Playing it forward. Okay, yeah, okay. I know what happened the other 50 times I said one more time. And why is this any different? It's not. So, you can sign up for that feel-good bullshit that some people are selling and risk forgetting where you come from and who you are and what beast lies within you. Or you can remember that you're powerless. You can remember that where you'll end up if you put one in you. Okay? Okay. Hope you're all having a good day. Brightest blessings and Goddess bless.